intro video. Okay. Just start कर देते हैं 5 4 3 2 1 नहीं है like yeah the stream has
Already
started.
we are
We
live.
have one
Yes.
watcher new Kashyap Sarup, the first member of our channel. Right. We have Kashyap Sarup watching. He's also here as well, like in the background you can see.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that
So,
one, and I have one more
so
friend.
he's
And okay, so today we have guest. So welcome to Unsophisticated Gentlemen, the third episode. And today we have Aayush Shreshtha from Nepal, one of my favorite comics
yes,
from Nepal. Actually, on one of the only 3 or 4 comics. Like I don't know many other comics
yes.
actually. Yeah, so it's still you,
Thank
right?
you so much. Thank you.
यार
And then the
कॉम्प्लीमेंट कर रहा है इंसल्ट कर रहा है यार अच्छा हाय
One of my
आई एम अ
favorite.
स्टैंड अप कॉमेडियन फ्रॉम हैदराबाद यस his Ayush's favorite comic from Hyderabad and only comic he knows from Hyderabad. So, yes, um, I believe we shortchanged Ayush on his introduction. He is one of the first generations of stand-up comedians in Nepal comedy scene, and he's among the famous. He holds a lot of podcasts. He has a show coming up. I think so. I couldn't pronounce its name. Could you please tell me the show that is coming up for you, Ayush?
So right now I have 3 shows going on that I'm doing regularly. Uh,
Yes.
the first one is
wow,
called Muzibad. Like
it sounds like
Muzi.
Man Ki Baat.
So Muzi is one of our cuss words, and I sort
Yes.
of put with that and called it Muzibad because like the bads and it's a very big thing that goes on here, right? So
What
that's
does it mean?
it's a play on the word Murdabad. You know Murdabad, right?
Okay.
Yes, of course. Yes, of
Play on
course.
the word Murdabad, but instead of Murdabad, I say Muzibad. Muzi is one of our cuss words, the most famous one. It's
Okay.
like our benjod.
Oh,
So
nice. Oh, holy shit. So, whether we learn a lot about Nepali or not today, we have learned one thing that will connect us together for a long time. So, uh, Muzi is
Muzibad.
Muzi a cause? Mujibat.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a
fine.
cuss word. It basically means pubic hair, and you call people pubic hair here.
Oh wow.
It's
Beautiful
it's
cuss word.
Fantastic.
Very nice. I love
yeah.
pubic hairs.
Yeah.
Not like mine also.
That's the only sort of hair he has available. So,
The only hair he can admire.
yeah,
Uh,
the
So
only
Muzibad
hair
is
he can ever.
one show that I do. I do another one called Dark, Dirty, and Dangerous. So it's mostly dark
wow.
and dirty and controversial
And
jokes. I do
yes,
that. I do 1 hour of that, and I do a double headliner called Gender Inequality with one of my friends, Yojna,
Mhm.
and it's
yes.
just half hour of me doing women jokes, and she comes and does half hour of men jokes. It's a man versus woman thing, so it's very fun.
Wow.
So those I have 3 shows
So,
going on at the moment.
so you do sexist comedy and she does feminist comedy.
Yes.
Interesting. We are talking about double standards here.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so
I,
Basically,
I
Indian
really
family,
wanted to
right?
do sexist comedy, but to balance that out, I needed someone to do feminism.
nice. And,
Wow. It's like iska like American version of it will be a white cracker and a black
Yeah,
guy like doing shows together,
yes,
right?
yeah, racist jokes. That
yes,
would be fun.
Yeah.
I'd love to watch that.
yeah. I would do. So
There's a
बोलते हैं
video
बिल्बर
on
को
stand up. Like, there's a video. So it's a compilation of white comics performing in front of black audience. Have you watched
Ooh,
it? Like, oh, bhai.
no.
I have found the best uh heckler takedown in that. Like, so a white comic was performing in front of black audience, and suddenly the black audience started booing him. There was a guy like he was a heckler. So he was like, "Who is that? You're so dark, I can't even see you." Like it started with that, and then he says, "I'm here." So like, oh, a full-grown crack baby. He said that and destroyed me. Pura ye to killer. If you want to watch it, I can show it to you guys. If
Yeah, yeah,
I can
yeah.
share this screen. Should we do it,
Yeah,
Datta?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that. After giving the punchline show.
Only me. इसके बाद भी like there's a lot more other things to it. So
Uh,
I've not
while you
given up
find
everything.
it, while you
Why did
find
I
it and
find it?
share the screen, while
Mm-hmm.
you find it, I want to ask one
Okay.
question, which was actually your question, but I love the question so much that I want to steal it and plagiarize it openly. So, uh, Ayush,
Mhm.
how has it been living in Hindu nation? The 100% utopia that our government promises to become. You are
Yeah.
already living in that. Please tell me, how has it been living in a
We are
utopia
trying very hard. We are trying very hard to become Nepal right
to
now.
become Nepal? Yes.
Do you guys not know that we became secular like 13,
No,
14?
no, no. We are very stupid about like.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
Oh, when did
constitutionally,
unsophisticated
it
gentlemen.
happen?
yeah,
When did it
we're a
happen?
secular country. We used to be a Hindu country, and there are a bunch of people who want that back. But see, like we became secular, and then I figured out that, oh, there are other kinds of people too. They were just not speaking at that time.
Awesome. Oh,
Uh,
nice, nice, nice. Silent
When did it become
minorities.
secular?
Sorry.
When did it become secular? When did it become secular?
I think like when the like in the new constitution, I think it was 15 years ago at this point.
Oh,
Okay.
so as
Like
soon
when
as
we
we
came.
started becoming, yeah, we started becoming not secular, we went to secularism. Nice.
See, this is so fascinating to me that Indians don't know about like the our new constitution, where we became secular, and they don't know that India imposed this huge blockade on Nepal, Nakabandi, for like 8 or 9 months, where we didn't get any kind of uh, essentials from India. So we basically were like the country just stopped for 9 months because
Holy
India
shit.
imposed blockade on us at that time, and because they didn't like a few things in our constitution.
And was secularism one of them?
Not secularism was not one of them. It was one of our citizenship uh, things. It was so
Oh,
weird, and it's very fascinating to me that a lot of Indians don't know about this. See, every time one of the Indian comics come here and we do a show, I always
Mhm.
tell them this story, and it always blows their mind, right? So
yes.
you can literally, you
Yeah.
can go and go and search on Google India blockades Nepal, and it's a big thing. It's so fascinating that more Indians don't know about this.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Because I
we
think we are
don't.
more focused on Pakistan actually. Pakistan our enemy, na. So we don't care about friends. We actually care about our enemies more. So that's why I think.
So, on what do you know? I'm sure we are pissing off Nepalis too. Uh, I know for a fact. This is slightly long ago, probably a decade. There were earthquakes in Nepal,
Yeah.
and
Mm.
and by God, I was feeling second-hand embarrassment when every time a journalist was trying to ask something to anyone in Nepal, any question, I was like, he's opening his mouth again. Oh my goodness, yeah.
I, I saw the funniest thing from Indian journalists at that time, and like it happened right in front of me. I wasn't doing comedy back then, but two people came. They had a phone in their hand, and then they were taking a bite. They were like the shouting and everything, and they said cut, and then they switched places, and the first one was Aztak and the second one was Star India. You know? Like the same people, they just
Wow.
switched places. It
Wow.
was
I mean, newspaper 69. So amazing. Uh,
Mhm.
and of course, our podcast is not just a podcast. If we crack enough jokes on our relations, we could be an international incident. So,
Oh, wow, right.
diplomatic
It'll be so
nightmare.
fun.
That would be the new name for the show.
yeah.
Let's start making jokes about North Korea also. Like, if you are doing this, let's do it like Hannah, let's go
Yeah,
full
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, let's
Trump
Kim
is a
Jong
pretend
bastard.
have
Trump is
nuclear
a
weapons.
bastard.
Kim Jong Un's mama is so fat. uh, uh, they don't launch. They don't launch a nuclear bomb. She just plays seesaw with it.
Uh, Kim
Wow.
Jong.
Wow. And that's the image
So,
of a
guys,
happy North Korean old lady, right? I never thought I would imagine that.
Hey, that's an offensive joke because we all know that Kim Jong Un was not born from a mother. He was
oh,
born straight from the heavens. Like you
yes,
are.
and
That's very
also,
offensive in your
uh,
culture.
there are no fat women in North Korea because to have fat woman you need to have food. So,
Right.
And we all know in North Korea women have nothing.
Yeah.
uh, uh, yeah. So yeah,
Being
और
crushed up
कौन
on
सा
the panel.
country बचा है? We have to piss off, guys. Anyone?
What?
Is-
I'm asking which country have we left? I mean, is there any other country we can offend right now?
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. Oh, yeah. I mean,
Please don't hurt the Hindus. They are my brother. I can feel them. My twin is there. So every time when he gets it, I'm also like feeling sad at that time. Okay, cool. Would you-
who who's your twin? I mean, yeah.
Hmm.
By the way, do you know maximum maximum fans of any non-famous comedian in India are situated in Bangladesh.
Oh, wow.
so
Where did you
so
do that research?
Indians think Bangladeshi immigration is the problem. I think it is the solution. I sell more tickets. So
But I'm really curious. What is it like? Can they not even afford YouTube to watch a better content?
I exactly. Uh, I I guess they can't afford the time of ads, so they see all the comedians who are not monetized.
that makes a that makes a
Or
lot of
maybe
sense.
they are planning to kill some comic, but they can only like kill the unfamous comic because they don't have the budget to kill the famous comic. So maybe they are like doing the recce.
Violence or औकात
Yeah,
Yes, yes. They uh, they can't afford to hit Bassi because टिकट का पैसा नहीं है भाई 2,000 रुपए का टिकट कौन खरीदा तो yeah.
में. Oh, bro.
So
Just imagine a
so
terrorist becoming an open micer to attend the bus.
yes.
Wow.
Uh,
So, huh.
us- uh,
So you have
actually,
told us that many comics come to Nepal, right? So like tell us some names like in the like last year to 2024, like which of the comics came to Nepal.
The last one and the biggest show we did was Abhishek Upmanyu. He sold
Oh,
out. He sold out two shows actually back to back. Uh, 2,400 people, I think. Uh,
Oh.
yeah, like big craze. Like I wasn't expecting Upmanju to, like, I knew he was famous here, but I didn't think that he would sell out two shows. But it was great,
Mm-hmm.
and like, I opened for him, and one of my favorite moments on stage as well. Before that, we had Bussy, we had Zakir. Zakir has been here uh, two times already. Uh,
Hmm.
Gaurav Kapoor was here.
I think Zakir
Uh,
was the very first comic to from India to Nepal, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, there were a few others who came for like corporate gigs, but
Mm-hmm.
I think Zakir was the first one to sell out a show.
Oh, right.
wow.
Mm.
By the way,
Yeah, yeah.
So, so when they, so Upmanyu, did he use some as a Nepali slang or something like when he, because a
Oh yeah,
lot of comics do when they come to India, they now
like
learn some
we
things.
recently we recently had there was a big plane crash in Pokhara, uh,
Okay.
right, and like he was scared. He almost canceled the show because of it. We really had to like let him know that things are safe. But there was a big plane crash, and yeah, right off the cuff, he came out and did a few plane jokes, few airport jokes that absolutely killed. Like, people were talking about that joke for like days after the show. So like, that was the best thing. So um, I remember.
Mehta also had a bit when he went to Nepal, like he came from there. So he had some bit about airport only. Like he went there
Yeah,
to smoke, he wanted to smoke, and he was asking where's the smoking area, and they told just go outside and come back. They're like, is this an airport? Or-
it was so fun for me to watch Mehta just like trying to grasp the essence of Nepal. Essence of Nepal is just chill, like you guys are always in a hurry about something. Like you guys are always on to something. The whole essence of Nepal is just chill. So our flight, I was with him at that time. Our flight was at 11:30, and we left the
Okay.
hotel at 11.
right. I remember that.
And in the middle, we got a call that we forgot one of our bags. I made the car go around to get the bag, and then we still caught the flight. and I
Wow.
and I could see that it was that moment when Mehta got Nepal. Like, he got it. Oh, this is how you live in Nepal. I could see it in his eyes. He was sparkling.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. That sounds like a place to worth living, dude. So,
There's
I
like
need to
all the
ask.
comics from there. They do the three city tour, like Pokhran,
Pokhara, we did
Kathmandu, and
Pokhara, Chitwan, and Kathmandu. Yeah.
so they all go to all these three cities, right? Or like just come to Kathmandu. Like
So Mehta
Mehta
was
did the
the
whole.
only one. Yeah, Mehta was the only one to do multiple cities. By the way,
Oh, okay.
every other comic just does
Acha,
Kathmandu.
okay. Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, like Mehta was like we talked to Mehta. He was cool, and like I'll come for a couple of weeks. I want to travel around. So
Yeah,
we just
he told me a lot of things about you. So
it was very fun. Like we talked about comedy for like days and nights. It was
yeah.
one of the most fun things I've done in my life.
Uh,
Hmm.
Guys, Ayush said that Nepali comic scene is sort of copycat of Indian comic scene, and Indian comic scene is sort of copycat of the US comic scene. So I'm
Mhm.
curious. Let us try to find equivalents of Indian comedians in
Mhm.
Nepal. Uh,
Mhm.
okay, so let's go for Anubhav Singh Basi. uh,
Who-
who's the equivalent of Bussy. It needn't be fame, the material also would do. The person who tackles college and all the, what do you
we
say?
don't have a pussy. Like we don't.
You don't have,
We've had this conversation within ourselves, right? So
yeah.
we have an Upmanyu, we have a Zakir, we uh people call me Veerdas for some reason, I don't know.
Yeah.
Of
Oh
course,
my
of course.
goodness. I'm not sure if it's a
Great
compliment
look,
or an
great,
insult,
great,
but continue.
great.
I think it's just for the fact that like I was one of the first ones to do it. I think it's
It's
just
because
Yes.
you look good, bhai. Like you have a good jawline and all. And you
what
have full head of
jawline.
hair.
Yes, the hair thing, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I
Uh,
was.
privilege.
uh,
I think it's the privilege.
so
uh,
that's
Right, right. Yeah, if you're, he is just saying that if you're bald, they wouldn't call you Veerdas, then they would call you Nishant Anwar or Saurabh Pant.
or worse, Kala
Yeah.
Namak.
Kala Namak. Do you have to to ca- to call you Kala Namak? First, he should be famous, brother. So, that, so
Uh,
yeah.
so no, we don't have a bussy yet. We don't have someone who
Oh,
tackles colleges and does like weed material.
Okay.
okay. And who's Abhishek Upmanyu? I mean, so that people can follow and yeah, know better.
For me, the closest thing to Upmanyu is this guy named Ashish Kemire.
Ashish. Okay, Ashish Kambiri. And he covers similar topic, and he is has a similar persona, like lazy but smart about being lazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah, very much.
Ah, okay. And Ashish Kemiri. And all right. Let's talk about the people who have gone into jail. Munawar Faruqi. Who's Munawar Faruqi of Nepal?
We have two actually, like two people have gone to jail so far. Yeah, one up, we won.
Oh,
The
uh,
first,
actually, the government won. We lost.
uh, by the way,
uh,
what were the timings of the jail and when did he leave?
the first one was weird. The first one, this guy named Pranesh Gautam. He's
Yeah.
currently in Australia. Actually, this one was weird because he got in trouble for a YouTube show he was doing, and he was doing a movie review, and the
Yes.
director of the movie filed a case and got him arrested for like 12 to 14
Oh.
days. It was
Oh,
so weird, and
huh.
and then here's the thing, he's not even a successful director, you know. He's not even like the Karan Johar of India, of Nepal. No, he's like just like some regular ass director who just makes shitty movies, and he got offended, and he got him for a for 12 to 14 days. Thankfully, he won the case. The
Oh, wow.
second one was more communal. His name is Apurv Chitiz
Gupta.
Singh.
It's,
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
Apur
Apurva
Gupta
Gupta,
is
like,
something Indian guy. Sorry, Apurva Shatik Singh.
Apurva Chiti Singh, and it was just a couple of years now. And he did a bunch of jokes about this specific community. By the way, I'm part of that community, the offended community.
okay.
I'm part of it.
Oh,
Like that's my ethnicity. And like more than him, I got threats online because I was the traitor. there, there is a video on YouTube where me and this other comic, he's from the community, like two of us are in the police station, and then
Hmm.
this offended mob of people are surrounding us, and they're screaming at us. I look like I'm about to cry.
wow, wow, wow.
there's this whole video on the internet, so we
Oh,
got
can we watch it? Should we watch it?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
sure.
please.
I'll send you the
Yeah,
link.
yeah, yeah. Let's do a breakdown of your breakdown.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I have
Mm.
never seen actually angry Nepalese people, na, so I want to see that actually.
Dude, I don't know, but you don't want to see a Nepali angry dude. So just say,
Yeah,
uh,
like something that I haven't like. Okay, cool. Shut up.
Mm.
there's a whole
Can I send you the
reputation of
chat? Yeah, I found the
the
video.
oh my goodness, guys.
Did you-
So, did you have any show today, like any mic or?
Uh, yeah, Ayush, please tell where can an angry mob find you?
Yes, send me the
Yeah,
link.
you can see the video.
एक minute.
Is it playing?
Not yet.
Na-
I mean,
Just
Rahul Pal
send me
has
the
to
link.
play it.
Yeah, I can play. Like you won't be able to play.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, you will be able to play it, but only you will be able to see it.
Okay.
If Rahul Pal plays it, all of us will be able to see it.
Or
Oh,
just tell me what to type, like to search it.
I just sent you a link in the chat if you can.
Yes.
Okay.
Damn, man.
I haven't got the link.
No?
No.
So search
It's in the you
for
have sent it in the WhatsApp group, na?
a WhatsApp group.
No,
All
no,
right.
no. Okay.
Also, my account got hacked, so I can't access my Instagram account
Oh,
right now.
your account
Yeah.
got hacked and subscribed to a
Oh shit,
bunch of.
man!
Oh,
It looks
is it?
crazy. Oh, bhai, like.
Yeah, that's how I explain my bank account, man. Why are you broke? My account got hacked. So,
Okay, this is the.
holy shit, dude, that guy is well built.
Uh, You're scary, dude. You're scary. He's currently teaching me what it is to be a Miwak. Like that. That's the community.
Pal, Pal, pause it for a second.
Okay. Yes.
Now explain who is who. Let's start from the right. The bouncer looking Morpheus guy.
Wow. Looks like the drummer of a metal band.
Yeah,
From Hawaii.
yes. So who is that guy?
No, just
Guy?
just an angry mob. Like there's no faces to. They're not famous people. They're just part of the
Oh.
community. Just the guy. This white shirt
Mhm.
guy in the left. He is the
Hmm,
leader of the whole thing. I only know his name.
okay,
The guy in the cap is another comic. That's our Tanmay Bhatt.
Okay.
okay.
Started comedy and
Wow.
then got famous from reaction videos. So that's how, and he's also fat.
I thought he also had a Me Too on him.
So that's our Tanmay. And the two of us are here because we both are from the community and we were defending Apurv. So
Mhm.
like the Apurv guy, the main guy is not here. You know, it's not about him at all. It's just they just wanted to come and scream at the two of us, and they
Mm.
did want to, and they took this video and they posted it just to show everybody.
So one guy in the comedy is saying Kunal Kamra and Masum Rajwani 2017 vibes. Actually, it has that vibe.
Yeah, he does look like Kunal.
Yeah.
I never put that together.
So like they talk about like for 29 minutes and you are like just
Yeah,
sitting here.
yeah.
Okay,
I just took it like
let's
it was fun after a while.
can I just put a comment here that they should add subtitles for it? Like, should I do it or okay, cool. I'll just play the video.
होइन तपाईँले लेख्यो नि अब सो कल यो पनि अरूले भन्यो होइन डलर
And
कार्ड
I was scared as fuck. You know what's the craziest part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This all happened inside the police station.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Oh yeah.
This is so much
And
of like JNU vibes, right?
Yeah.
Like JNU, yeah. So,
and
so do you have any kind of PTSD from it? Like, you
No,
look
no,
calm
not
here.
really.
Yeah, you look very
No,
calm
no,
here.
not
Actually, you're like,
really.
this is like, I know how to handle this. You look like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was just scared at the moment because I legit thought that even the police can't do anything if they decide to
Mm,
like beat my ass.
yeah, yeah,
sure.
yeah. That's a possibility, dude. And at that moment, it's completely okay to lose your shit and say sorry. And of course, we can tell jokes
Mhm.
afterwards.
Yeah, yeah, right.
I did not say sorry though.
You did
You
not.
did.
I
Wow,
did not.
great,
What
boy.
what was going on in your mind?
Uh like I was just thinking that if I talk for long enough, they'll get tired.
Wow. Mm.
I was just trying to find the pockets where I
Middle
can
ground.
talk, right? And then if I could just keep my volume like at a decent level and I talk enough, they'll eventually get tired and they'll disperse. That's the only thing that was
Wow.
going on. Right?
Just like a open mic.
Awesome.
So
That's
this
true.
is what comedy makes you. It makes you like very uh calm, Hannah, and like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It's
and
it
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we're used to like when you have to talk your way out of it. You know,
right.
you have to save
Did
yourself
you
by just using your words. That's what
Yeah,
open mic
like
did you
teach.
try did you try
breaking
to
bad
slip in
mode.
some jokes just to crack them up?
Sorry,
Did you try to slip in some jokes to crack them up to see if they laugh, they won't be angry?
I did. Didn't work.
No, of course.
I did. I did
Tough
try a
line.
couple of jokes. Didn't work. Like
Wow.
I did a bunch of self-deprecation jokes, which they were not taking,
Uh-huh.
and then I took a step back.
Yeah, like so now what was your like defense here? Like what were you trying to explain here? In
I was only telling them that like I totally understand that you got offended. My only point is that we don't have to get the police and the government involved. Like that.
oh,
That
and
is
you were
the
saying that in
only.
police station.
Yeah, yeah. Like I was like,
Let's talk
let's have
outside.
a conversation about this outside. Let's just just get Apurva out of the custody, right?
Mm,
And then we can have a conversation about it. And if you say you don't like the jokes, we'll stop doing it, right?
mhm.
And then, but let's not get the guy in custody. Like that was my only point. It was no time to defend the joke at that time.
Of course not. Of course not.
Yeah,
How
Oh
yeah,
my
are
but
they doing
but
now?
also
Like
with
these
God.
comics? Hmm?
but also with
Sorry.
Munawar Faruqi and even like Apurv's case, what kills me always is that it's never the good jokes that get into trouble. So like it's
Yes.
it's just the like you don't get the satisfaction of defending the jokes, because it's like a medium
Yes.
joke.
Yeah.
I
No joke is
agree.
George Carlin level work.
Yeah, yeah. At
Yeah.
some point, you just go like, why am I like getting so worked up on this mediocre ass joke?
Yeah.
I have lots better religious jokes, guys. Listen to my jokes. Like that. Okay, sorry. I don't have any jokes. I was just kidding. Yeah. This is.
I mean, if there was a jail for bad jokes, I would have supported the jail, but it is not jail term for bad jokes.
Uh,
Wow.
but does do jokes about religion fly over there in India, or is it like still too weird?
It-
Yeah. It's becoming
uh,
more and more of a, like hard topic to talk about now. Like it's
Mm.
getting harder every day. Yeah, you can talk about
so
Muslim religion, by the way. Yeah, that's okay. I talk about it a lot because I'm a Hindu. As you can see this orange color as well, right? So yeah.
Mm.
So how are they
Yeah.
doing now? Like
so
Sorry.
like are they still in the scene? Are they big like
Uh,
Munawar? Are they doing rap songs? Like where are they?
is there a
the
Nepali
first
version
guy,
of Big Boss?
Big boss.
the first guy, Pranesh, is currently in Australia. He's not in the scene anymore, but he did a few shows recently, but he's not that active. But Apurv is very much active these
Oh,
days.
nice.
Uh, I
Okay,
mean,
I'll stop the screen share now, है ना?
uh, I also need to ask him, um, uh, is Apurva now, I mean, did he get any sort of fame after this? I mean, was he more
Uh,
famous after the jail?
Game, yes. Ticket sales, no.
Uh, then probably it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
worth it.
Game definitely. Like he was. I mean, the issue got so big that his name came up in the parliament.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
either the issue was that big or just our country is too small. One of those two things.
Yeah, Kashyap was asking if he didn't know that Nepal has a parliament. Even I didn't know actually.
I thought it was just a group
I
of
mean,
people that met every Friday, checked on how the weather was.
how do you not know? How do you not know Nepal has parliament? You control it.
Let's go.
Oh wow. Here we go. By the way, Datta is gone, I think. So,
नहीं
Datta
नहीं
is back.
मेरे
And
ब्लूटूथ
next
पे
question.
मेरे ब्लूटूथ के ईयरफोन्स बार बार चार्ज खो रहे हैं so
Mm,
so
Mm,
um,
yeah.
by the way
So I
the
was.
first
Mhm.
Australia
mm.
the first guy who went to Australia because of the whole controversy. You know why? The reason the director went after him, it was apparently because he said that the movie produced was copy of Sholay, and that
The-
uh,
they tried everything to get him to arrest him.
mm,
This like I remember that at one point the biggest argument from them was that he showed a knife in the video, and that's threatening.
wow.
Yeah.
Uh, Rahul, there's an echo coming from your side.
Okay. I think it will not come now.
Mm.
Wow.
Okay,
So
so
echo of Sholay. Was it like that? Like they
I
copied
mean,
Sholay.
uh,
So how they are like copying an Indian movie and Nepal is so much caring about that Indian movie? Like, oh, the Indian copyright laws also work in Nepal. Like, is that a thing? Like, I
no.
can't copy Ayush jokes now. Oh, I'm afraid actually.
Uh, it was like I said, it's not even about it's just that the guy had a very fragile ego, and they tried everything. They tried to stick anything and everything that they could find. And I was just telling Datta that at one point, the biggest point of argument from their side was, at one point, Pranesh shows a knife in the video, and then their argument was that he's threatening, he's causing violence, and that became the main spine of their argument.
Is that video still on YouTube or like it's banned now?
I don't know. It could be there.
Wow, imagine him with a knife. Did he also have ISIS
Yeah,
background in that?
it's still on the internet.
Okay, send another link. Let's watch that as well. I hope it this video has subtitles. So all of you, like
I don't
most
think
of your
it does.
comedy is English.
Sorry.
So do you perform in English or like Nepalese? Like what how do you perform? Like tell us about your joke
Uh,
writing process. What do you joke about?
so I do Nepali and English both. So my usual act is kind of like a casual Nepali English mix, but
Oh, nice.
more in the Nepali side.
South
I
Kathmandu. South Kathmandu.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So sorry.
yeah.
This is
um,
wow. Cool.
so the funny thing is, when I started, there was no comedy scene at all, right? So there was no
Hmm.
audience for comedy at all. So we started by performing in front of expats. So like,
Wow.
because they were the only ones who understood what stand-up comedy is. So for
Oh.
1 year, I was doing only English material. So I only knew how to write jokes in English, and it
Mm-hmm.
took me quite some time to understand Nepali joke writing, you know. And once I got it, because there was enough reference for English jokes, right? So I could watch
Mm-hmm.
Carlin, I could watch Seinfeld, and I would do a version of their jokes, like my interpretations and all that. So I learned joke writing in English first,
Oh
and then
wow.
I struggled to write Nepali, right? So,
Mm.
but at this point, I'm more comfortable in Nepali jokes, Nepali joke writing.
So you were doing bits of other comics, like
No, 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 no. It was so like I would watch a lot of Louis C.K. and then write a bunch of masturbation jokes, you
okay,
know.
okay, right,
And
right. Yeah, I do
so
that
like,
also.
yeah, yeah, I would watch a lot of. So what I did early in my career was I would try to write jokes in the style of a certain comic. like
Okay.
like I would write original jokes, but I would write in their style just to understand it. So I had a bunch of jokes that I wrote in the style of Louis C.K. or Seinfeld. They were not great jokes, but I was just trying to emulate what I heard, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
did a lot of language jokes
Language
that were very
jokes.
Carlin or Seinfeld inspired. So like I would do that early in my career.
Oh, nice. So you're doing jokes about masturbating, as right? Like
Yeah,
Louis
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
C.K.
yeah,
Okay.
dude,
Okay.
dude, masturbation
Uh,
jokes are there, but he has incredible observational jokes as well, which I think he's emulating. I'm not saying he's emulating Seinfeld, but he's definitely channeling the observational powers of him. That
Yeah, yeah.
the joke.
It was more like, oh, you can talk about mundane things if you just frame it properly. Like that was like,
Yes.
and then I heard Seinfeld. I think I, like one of my favorite jokes in the world is by Seinfeld, where he just says, "I'm tired of people telling me to hydrate." Like, you gotta
Yes.
hydrate, you gotta hydrate. You know what happens? You don't hydrate, you get dehydrated. And that is an incredible joke. It has nothing in it. It's just nothing, but it's so funny, right? So I would like to. I
Yes.
would try to write jokes like that, which I never did. um, but yeah, I used to do that.
There is one joke that has already been released, so I'm able to talk about it. That was you can determine how rich the people are based on the size of the ball they play with. I might
Hmm.
be butchering the premise there, and you are talking about poor people have games with bigger ball, that is football, and
Yeah, yeah.
you go with all the
So,
progression, and finally the richest people.
I use ball to field ratio, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
ball to field ratio. So like you play table tennis and the ball to field ratio is pretty good, but the richest game is golf, where it's like you get like a whole Jilla for a ball like this. So it wasn't even a joke. It's just a premise. It's a thought observation that I had this that I've been trying to get into a joke. I haven't written a bit on it yet, but sometimes I just go on podcasts and then try to tell people my observations and to see if anything comes out of it. So yeah, that was one of the observations that I tried to work with, but I haven't gotten to write a bit about it yet.
Okay. So there
It
was
was
some
a
lag.
pretty
I
funny.
think I missed. Mhm. So what was the premise? I missed it. I think there was some lag here.
Oh, like the premise was
I usually please tell it.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So the premise was the way to distinguish rich sports and poor sports is analyzing their ball to field ratio.
Okay.
So like
Right.
you look at football, which is a very poor game, but like you have a big enough ball with for a decent size
Yeah,
field.
Ludo is the poorest. Ludo is the poorest. You just sit there.
Yeah,
Paper. Like I
I
only
never
want this
got
paper
to
now.
Ludo. I never got to Ludo. That's a brilliant, brilliant one. I went up to golf because that is the
Yeah.
ultimate rich sports, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, I couldn't find the other extreme of it.
Poverty,
That's definitely
poverty is
Ludo.
always funny. Like make fun of poor guys. I'm always like with that. Like I support that. They're always funny. Yeah. Okay, so how many comics are like? How's the scene there? Like most of the shows happen in Kathmandu open mics. How frequently do you do it? Because I heard Mehta was telling me that 150 people come to your open mics. Like that is a thing. Like a
Uh,
lot of people come to that.
so like we definitely have good days and bad days for open mics. So we currently have like around 50 comics that are working in the all through open mics.
And you guys
Uh,
like each other?
um, See, things are much more calmer now, but
Hmm.
there was a like see comics are the same everywhere. That much I know now. Comics are the same. Even comics comics everywhere will do two things. They'll bitch about other comics and they'll try to write a rap song. Comics everywhere will do these two things. So
Agree.
things are much positive now, but there was a point before COVID where it was kind of getting toxic, but
Oh,
it's not that bad now because
yeah.
Just a
COVID.
second.
Mhm.
sorry, yeah.
Uh, does Nepal have its own Louis C.K.? And you know what controversy I'm referring to.
Oh, really?
Not out yet. Not anyone that the public knows about, but there are
Oh.
certainly a few people
How
that
does
we
Datta know about it?
sorry.
How does Datta know about it?
Not data. Like nobody knows about. Like we have suspicions, is what I'm saying.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah,
As soon as
I
one
like to
comes out, we are going to make a reel of this and release it.
okay. Uh,
Uh,
yeah, we predicted in 2025 January that there will be a Louis again. Nepal as well.
Who's India's Louis CK? Let's get.
Me, no, okay, sorry. Yeah, just the hairstyle wise, I think. Okay, so I was asking about the Nepal comedy scene, right? So 50 comics in Kathmandu, and how
Mhm.
many open mics do you have? Like,
Right now, so there were only two happening, and the open mics that I do has stopped for the last couple of months because we're looking for a new venue. So at
mhm,
the moment there's only one open mic happening every week. So yeah, like but we're doing more shows than open mics. So like we have a pretty busy February. So
mhm,
the thing is, right now there's only two groups of people that are doing shows, right? And the one is our group, and this another brilliant group called Happy Club who are doing open mics. And
mhm,
so on February and January we did like one show every week, and on February we have 15 shows lined up. So it's kind of getting like it's a big month for us. And we recently started doing specials as well,
wow.
like special shows as performances. uh, uh, like up until 5 months ago we only had lineup shows. Nobody had like a special, but now
Mhm.
everybody's coming up with specials, and so it's kind of exciting time for us.
Okay, so one comment
Nice,
from
nice.
I'm hoping Nepal comedy scene doesn't have a Bill Cosby type comedian. Like, is he racist? I think he means, nah, hope the Nepal comedy doesn't have a black comedian. I think he means that he's a racist guy. Like, let's block him. Like, we don't need any those kind of Trump supporters here. So, okay, so one thing that like I was, so when I was growing up, like in the 90s, all of us we were like great fans of metal music, right?
Mhm.
Like in India. And I was really impressed by the metal scene in Nepal at that time
Yeah.
because they had a like great music scene and like great live shows. The like the audience that I used to see in the Nepal shows were like properly like they were copying the West even better than our like the Indian people, right? So
Yeah.
how is that scene now? Like for the comedy scene, like the people who are watching it, is that the same crowd or is it a different kind of crowd? Like the more like people who are working or like uncle aunties whatever, like how's the crowd
No,
now
for comedy or for the metal scene?
for comedy? Like is it the same crowd, like the music fan, like is the same people who used to
More or less,
like,
yeah.
okay,
So
so how like any difference between the Indian audience and the Nepalese audience, like that you found? Like I found that they were like copying the metal scene more, like not copying, but they were like really into it, like hardcore into it, right?
Mhm.
So the comedy audience in Nepal, how is it different from the comedy audience in Delhi that you performed in Delhi only, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nepali audience is a lot more.
Just a second.
They don't participate
Rahul,
as much.
एक और
All right. Okay. Sorry. Bolo bolo. Like you can continue.
Yeah, Nepali audience don't participate as much. They don't like. We don't get a lot of heckling, and even like it's very difficult to do crowd work shows here because people just don't want to be put on the spot, or they don't want to. They're not. They're very nice, like how it gets difficult to make fun of nice people. So the
Yeah.
audience is
Hmm.
way too nice. um and lot more tolerant as well. So like every comic, almost every comic here has religion jokes, has jokes on Hinduism or even Buddhism. So everybody, and they're dark jokes, right? So
Oh, wow.
so there's a lot of tolerance to it. They like The only complaint, I'm not even, it's not even a complaint at the moment, it's just a quirk, is that they don't participate as much as the Indian audience. But other than that, pretty good sense of humor, pretty good appetite for comedy. Mm,
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I've noticed recently is that they understand like things like sarcasm a lot more, but it's very difficult to convey ironic jokes, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
that's part of the reason why we get in trouble, because they don't
People
understand.
that we could understand by that gun slaying incident, like he was didn't get the irony in that.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to uh, convey ironic comedy in
Mhm.
our audience, but it's also developing. But yeah, like
So
I absolutely loved Indian performing in front of Indian audience. Um, but yeah, I have to tell you that uh, the appetite for dark jokes is a lot less in Indian audience, because from the kind
right.
of I come from, the
राहुल एको हो रहा है यार सॉरी
Sorry.
हाँ Ayush, please
yeah,
continue. Yeah, appetite for Indian
dark
dark jokes
jokes
is less
that
in India.
yeah, the kind of dark jokes that that we are used to here, it's I found it a lot more, watered down in India. But other than that, for the rest of it, I absolutely love that there are audience in every show, and they're there for the whole thing, right? They're there to help the comedian, you know the audience is there to help the comedian. If the comedian wants to talk, they will talk, they will try to give as much as possible, and I don't find that here as much.
Oh, now I'm curious. Now I'm curious. Just a second. Uh, you said the people in Nepal are nice. That's why it's difficult to do any sort of comedy, at crowd work at least. I'm curious. What are the offensive stereotypes, especially the Indian offensive Indian stereotypes in Nepal?
See, the for Indians, for us is always mm, see, people don't hate Indian people, we
Hmm.
hate Indian government, right? So I used to, I do this joke all the time whenever I'm in India. I say like we're very similar, we both have similar language, we both have similar culture, we both hate your government, so so, so it's, but that bitterness does come out whenever we talk about Indians, right? It's I can't pinpoint an offensive stereotype,
So
but
one offensive stereotype of Indian people I remember is that uh, Indian people can't ride yaks.
yeah.
Yaks. Oh, they're the woolen buffaloes of,
Oh.
like. Okay, sure. I think it's just offensive to me. Sorry.
Uh, and
Sorry, guys.
there's this like sexist angle to Indian men always.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Agree.
Agree. Totally agree. So please tell us one of your dark jokes. Like we are like really curious about it now. Hannah. Prita can also
Curious,
say
but
one.
also I don't want him to reveal a joke which wants to perform
uh,
continuously.
Uh, like he can decide.
So
let me think. You,
uh, it's
you
okay.
want to hear the darkest joke of Nepal?
Yeah, sure, sure.
So recently I heard this news about this gang rape
Rahul, echo.
incidents.
Hmm. Yes,
So
please
recently, I
continue.
heard this uh, news about gang rape incidents, right? So this girl got raped by multiple people in a hotel room. She ran away from that place. She got to the police, and the police, instead of trying to help her, they tried to bury the case down, and that made me so mad. Like, I don't understand these people. Why would you rape someone and then not kill her afterwards?
Oh wow, man! I have a very same joke. Yeah. So I have a joke that the rape case that happened in Hathras in India. So basically, what happened is that that girl got raped, and after that, the her father went to the police station and to file the complaint. But the minister who raped her killed that his father, her father.
Hmm.
So my joke was that like the power has corrupted the mind of our politicians so much that that the politician killed that his her father. If
Hmm.
because if I was the minister, I would have killed the daughter.
Okay, yeah, yeah, very similar.
Very similar.
Uh, I I I finished that joke by saying, I'm not saying
Rahul, echo.
I'm not saying you should rape and kill people. I'm just saying that if you are raping, then might as well kill her.
I, this is awesome.
Oh wow. That
I'm
any
so
dark
happy
jokes from
nobody
you?
watches this show.
Yeah, I really know that now.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
राहुल राहुल म्यूट कर मैं एक बार ही जोक बताना चाहता हूँ ताजुब रिपीट नहीं होना चाहिए
Okay.
Hmm.
क्या क्या क्या- मैं I didn't-
आई एम सेइंग
dark jokes
तेरा
नहीं होना
म्यूट पे
चाहिए
लगा
ऐसा. Oh, okay. Oh,
yes my joke was I love dating girls with cancer because you don't have to discuss zodiac signs with them so
oh fuck.
Uh,
Wait,
uh,
loved. मजा आया. So actually, did you ever date a girl who had cancer or something? Datta, like, did that joke come from a real incident?
yes yes so I did not I mean I did not I dated a girl who told me that she had cancers and a few months to live and uh, turns out she used that excuse to break up with me.
That is even a better joke. Datta, like, why not doing that?
I don't know. She sounds like a Pisces to me. Mm.
Wow. We should have called Yojana as well to like tone down the rape jokes, right? She would have done some feminist jokes. We really
We
need
will have
some
her in the next
feminist
episode.
jokes right now to save us. Otherwise, the third comic who will get arrested in Nepal would be Ayush, and everyone would agree. It's like, yeah.
So, at this point, I've said so much shit that I'm now offended that nobody's tried to file a case against me. Like at one point you start feeling bad. Like, am I not good enough for you guys? Am I not offensive enough?
So far.
भाई इस एपिसोड का ट्रेलर मैं काटता हूँ.
Okay, done.
बहुत बढ़िया.
Okay, so Kashyap Sarup will be cutting the trailer for this episode.
Let's
He
go.
really liked this stream.
Let's go.
Guys who else is liking the stream, please contribute some money to us. Uh, anyone from Nepal in the chat, please text. I don't think anyone came from there,
Yeah,
Vaise.
This is a charity show
I
for his hair
yeah
transplant treatment.
yes
All his pubic hair is going on his head.
Wow, I still love pubic hair. Like I would not uh, change my values in life.
But have you
Okay, so
considered that he might be the girl who claimed she had cancer?
shit. Wait, guys, do you want to see that the heckler takedown again now?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah yes
okay, so this is the. Also, I'll mute myself again.
yes
Who the fuck is that? Stand up. Who said that shit? It's so cute. A full grown crack baby.
Oh, I love this.
Come along. Shit's okay. No. I'm a little more relaxed. I was nervous earlier before I came. I was watching a jail documentary. I wouldn't do too well in jail, man. Shut up. Please jump off the ball sacks, because this is fucking really annoying. I can't even see. That's the last motherfucker in here. God damn, I heard a Tupac Shakur, but damn, you are too black for sure.
ये freestyle कर रहा है भाई
Can't see him. Can't see him. Where the heck am I go?
One of the best heckle takedown I don't even remember where I saw it, right? But someone screams gay comedian, and he says, why don't you and your girlfriend bend over and see who I'll fuck?
और राहुल भाई को यार
अभी भी आ रहा है? What the
Hmm.
fuck?
yes damn it I think that's one
That's one I've heard so far, but I can't remember where I heard it. Can't find the video.
happens man happens now I'm afraid if I come up with any premise it might be that I have heard it from some other comic so these days
So, but
whenever I write jokes
that does happen a lot, right? Does it happen to you guys, right? So I've found jokes
yes
that are like word for word same from a comic that I've never seen before. Especially happens with one-liners.
yes uh, I think I had a joke where um, if you're killing a mosquito and if you miss, uh,
Hmm.
it, you can start applauding for it. And turns out that joke was done by Dimitri Martin, and I was extremely
Ooh,
sad for that.
it gets very sad. The joke that I found like word for word similar was I had a one night stand which went horrible. She's my girlfriend now. And
And
I
who
don't even
cracked it?
remember which comic. This is another one-liner comic who does the same joke, but calls. He says, "I had a one-night stand that went horrible. She's my wife now." Like it's like just
Yeah.
too similar.
Wow, it's it happens a lot.
Yeah.
What other jokes? Uh, I had a joke. Yeah, this joke got me in trouble with Mumbai Hussein. and probably it will get me trouble later, but I don't crack it anymore. So the joke was, I think so. There is no I in gang rape.
It's a teamwork, guys. It's a teamwork.
Wait, should stop. Like this stream is not getting monetized. Of course, it shouldn't as well. Like,
I
why do
read
I?
I read this one. I read this one on the internet, but I love it so much. It's just, what's the worst kind of rape? Gang rape.
भाई हम ये YouTube में जाके ये वाले जोक डिलीट करने वाले हैं बाद में। ये सिर्फ लाइव ऑडियंस के लिए
कौन एडिट कौन कर रहा है? इसको बोलो ये सब काटे।
हम ही कर रहे हैं यार।
बहुत मुश्किल होगा एडिट करना एक्चुअली।
हाँ, we'll edit it out.
Have you watched the heckler takedown of Bill Hicks? Like, it was a famous rant he did.
Is it Bill Hicks or Bill Burr?
Bill Hicks.
Okay. Because I like, you remember Bill Burr's like the Philadelphia.
Yeah, Bill
rant?
Burr's, yeah.
यार
So this is by Bill
I
Hicks. If you have watched it, like, we can watch that as well. Like, every
Yeah,
comic I know, like, okay, cool. Share screen. Because I think they're making a movie about Bill Hicks as well, right? Like, I think it's on its way. Which one?
My mother. And you suck. You fucking cunt. Get the fuck out of here right now. Get out. Fuck you. Fuck you, you idiot. You're everything that America should be flushed down the toilet, you fucking turd. Fuck you. Get out. Get out, you fucking drunk bitch. Take her out. Take her fucking out. Take her to somewhere that's good. Go see fucking Madonna, you fucking idiot piece of shit. You suck, buddy. You suck. I can yell at the comedian because I'm a drunk cunt. That gives me carte blanche. I got a cunt and I'm drunk. I can do anything I want. I don't stop. I can yell at performers because I'm a fucking idiot because I got a cunt. I want you to go find a fucking soul. Sorry, I had to see that. I dug a real hole on this one, didn't I? Gee, Bill. You know, this isn't material you're working on for your next Arsenio spot. Gee, I haven't seen a comic, go running around the room going, I'm a drunk cunt. Is there a punchline coming, Bill? Is there a point of view there? Son, I'm gonna need to feel some emotion from you.
Oh, wow. It was
that requires so much confidence that the rest of the room are with you. You know, I could never do that because, like, I'm never that confident that the rest of the room will back me up.
and also
Oh, dude. Also, it's a 10-minute video actually. Like what we just saw was just 2 minutes of it, and one of the comments, like, so our viewer was asking, "See Mitch Hedberg's heckle takedown, Phil. Have you seen this?"
Mitch Hedberg. I've never seen Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah, same. Even I haven't seen. Let's watch it.
Shoes.
Image. Bug. Heckler. Okay.
Oh, I bet you do. Holy, don't think about the fact that there might be police around.
Awesome. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. This takedown is as creative as his material.
Right?
Yeah.
Uh, I love his rhythm, the way he speaks. I guess
Yes.
we're doing backwards.
Did you guys watch that 70 show?
Yeah,
भाई,
I used to.
रिएक्शन चैनल बन जाएगा, कॉपीराइट स्ट्राइक आ जाएगा, बोल रहा हूँ, रुक जा भाई.
No, 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 I will not play the episode, but I just remember that Mitch Hedberg was
Yeah, Mitch was in
one
it.
of the episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, Mitch was in that
Yeah,
70s show.
yes,
Okay,
he
so
was.
your favorite comedy shows?
Uh,
Yeah,
Sitcoms.
recommended. Yeah.
Yeah, my like the top one is always gonna be Community.
Okay. Nice.
Um, like I'm a big Friends fan for the longest time. What else? What else? Also, like like I've gotten into a lot of uh, arguments, discussions with people, but I consider Breaking Bad a comedy show.
Like
Purely
how?
because the way it's written, it's written like a comedy. Like if you just take away the serious background music, right? So it's written like, and it's short like, and it's directed like a comedy show. Like, so it's each
Mhm.
scene has a punchline to it. So I
Yes.
I always watch Breaking Bad, and then I just appreciate the comedy in it. You know.
The first scene, it is a comedy. I mean, as soon as they get out of their,
Yeah,
get out of the van from an underwear,
yeah,
a
like
diaper or underwear.
pants flying in the air. That's funny. Just
Mm.
man flying in the air, and there's a man in his underwear with a gun in his hand.
Yes, it is. It is. It's just madness. That series is way too good as a comedy itself.
Yeah, like I
Right.
do consider like Vince Gilligan is a comedy writer at heart.
Right.
Yes. By the way, I
So,
realized Bill
mhm.
Hicks could scream on that woman because she's a woman. Bill Hicks has his own story where he was performing in apparently some extremely rough neighborhood. And
Uh-huh.
while performing, s- uh, I'm not sure if he was performing or someone else was performing, but uh, while performing, some audience was just shouting, "Blow job, blow job, blow job." And the comedian said, uh, "Do you want? Do you want one? Are you going to give one?" And as soon as the comedian said that, audience went completely silent. And the person who was screaming stood up, and he was extremely tall and well built. And apparently, he forced the comedian to his knees and took the mic from his hand and said, "You are going to give one." And this is happening on stage. And at that time, the, the comedian said, "And the next act is," went away from there.
Sorry.
Wow.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah,
Bill Hicks would not
but
have done
funny in
this
the
if it
most
were not
I
for
positive
him.
think
twist.
Billings also shouted on a man also, like in that video. Like if you watch the whole video for 10 minutes, he
Mhm.
shouted on everyone, man. Like the Madonna
Oh,
thing. Yeah, he had this character na Goat Boy, if you guys remember. Like it
oh
used to get like
yes.
really dark.
Good
He
boy.
would become this character, the
Right, right.
Goat Boy, like almost the like guy, and just
Mhm.
he will say insane things. Like I won't repeat it here. Like very insane. You could like watch it. Like just type Billix Goat Boy, and you will see lots of it. Oh yeah. Like I just reminded me of another joke. Okay, bye. Uh, so which are the most influential comic from India in Nepal? Like uh,
Most influential. Zakir is pretty high up there.
mm-hmm.
Um, Upmanyu, definitely. For me personally, I was very influenced by Biswa.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like in the early days, Biswa was the one coming up with like very unique
Yeah.
observations. Like
The a bit about that fruit now, pomegranate or
yeah,
like
Banana and
pomegranate and like that.
pomegranates.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
I,
that
I I lost it when he said nail cutter
huh.
को घुंघरू पहना देते हैं.
Yes. This was so brilliant.
It's so precise. But
Mhm.
yeah, but like influence, Bossy has a lot of influence as well.
Mhm.
Um, who else?
Gujarat.
Yeah, I guess those are the ones.
Hmm. And
Pretty much same.
which
Yeah.
artist did you get influenced by, like when you're starting comedy? How did it start in Nepal? Like you were the first one, na? Like before. Oh, Seema Golcha was there. Huh.
Yeah, Seema Golcha was there. She was doing Mumbai and Nepal
Mhm.
back and forth. But she was only doing corporate gigs at that time. A couple of shows here and there. Like me and like three other friends, we started the first comedy open mic in Kathmandu, and that kind of started the whole comedy thing here. Um, mm, mm, yeah, for me, like, what was the question?
Who were the most influential Indian comics in Nepal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I was.
Mhm. Yeah, I was asking which no, no, okay, so I also forgot
Oh,
the
you
question.
asked what comics influenced me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So the very first year, I was watching a lot of Louis C.K.
Mm-hmm.
right? So I was very influenced by it, and that's why I masturbated in front of people. But but no, I was doing I was watching a lot of Louis C.K. So then my material went that way a lot. Um, then I started getting into Carlin, and I started just writing these like politically charged things, and then I like 6 months doing that, I realized that hey, I'm a 22-year-old boy. I can't be talking how to fix the country and shit.
Oh wow.
People don't
Yes.
buy
Been
that.
that, done that.
Yeah. But then I actually started to understand Seinfeld a lot, and watching Seinfeld has been the most like that has been my like that's how I've studied comedy, by just watching
Mm-hmm.
Seinfeld over and over again. And like from India, for me it was Biswa and Kanan. I love
Mm-hmm.
Kanan too. Like Kanan
Yes.
is getting so much better every year.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you watch his special
Yeah.
that he released?
not the new one.
Like
Not the new one.
okay,
I haven't
yeah.
watched it yet. And
Okay,
yeah,
Yes.
another influence is also Anthony Jeselnik. Yeah, that guy
mm,
is beast.
hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, he has been like shit talking a lot about the comics these days. Like if you have heard, like
Yeah,
yeah, he even dissed Dave Chappelle yesterday. Like
yeah,
he was
Dave
like,
Chappelle, Seinfeld, like it's you know what he can.
uh
If anybody
yeah, he
can,
can.
it's
Yeah,
Anthony.
it's yeah, agree. Yeah, like
Yes.
nah, even I think that.
Yeah, I mean,
And what he's saying is like he was just ranting about like how the comics cannot call cancel culture like a huge issue because they're already earning so much and their job should be harder, like they should not cry about it,
yeah,
like it's hard,
yeah,
it's hard.
I
So like
totally
he
agree.
called out, yeah,
Yeah,
same.
how like like look at things from his perspective.
Hmm.
He's been doing the most heinous joke and then killing it, and then watch all these other comics making millions of dollars, like not even doing that problematic jokes, and then like talking about cancel culture. If cancel culture
Hmm.
existed, the first person to go would be Anthony.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I totally get it, right? So I do think I do agree with
Yeah,
him
like
in
the
this.
one thing about dark jokes that I realized that a lot of people just like a lot of comics that are right now it's a trend like doing dark jokes. You know, so like a lot of comics I've seen, they just like they think it's nah, just saying a dark thing is a dark joke.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's
like but it's happening a lot.
just they'll just mention cancer and then this is a dark joke now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
But
otherwise, and sometimes they also do it. Like they mention cancer, or and then they will just like the punchline would be like "bancho" or something like very funny or relative, and they'll just do that. Like they will do an act out in the end, like
yeah.
some old grandmother or something.
Uh, but
And
some is that joke about the train station with 2000 rupees wala. I
yeah.
Yes.
love that joke so
Yes.
much. It's such
He's a very good joke writer.
hmm?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Sama is a very good joke writer.
such a good joke. I loved that joke so much.
Yeah. I loved his bit about the basketball, like the people who have cross eyes, like cross-eyed
Mhm.
people playing basketball. So he had, I think he did this on Comic Sun, and it was like so, like it was hilarious. I saw him do that set just before the auditions for Comic Sun in Habitat, and
Uh-huh.
like he got a standing ovation. I think at that time, like it was like that was the last mic he did before going for the audition for Comic
Mhm.
Sun, and wow, bro, he killed it so hard. Like people were just they just stood up and they were like trying to get on stage to like thank him. Like he killed that hard that night.
That- That's
Like he's
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah, he's great jokes. Like like you hear someone's joke and it's so simple that you get jealous, that you get
Yeah.
angry at that person. Like, why did you think that before me? I could have gotten that if you just given me like 2 more days.
Yeah,
You get angry at that person, like.
So will we be getting an Nepalese version of Kill Tony, India's
They
Got
tried.
Latent, or
They,
Nepal?
a few people tried.
Okay,
They
they're
tried to get
trying.
me. Yeah, they tried to get me on the panel as well. I just didn't
Uh-huh.
go. It was like I knew it's not gonna work. Like
But you don't
you,
want to like work on it
no,
because it's a
no,
good fan. Like it's like a lot of format shows are happening in India right now. Like if you see like
yeah.
in comedy scene,
I
dating.
think I'll do a format show soon, but I just haven't found
Uh-huh.
what is it yet. But it's like something like Kill Tony will not work here because, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, right, people are not
Yeah,
that.
they're not that involved.
Yeah, they're not that involved. They're not uh, hungry for the spotlight. You know.
Mm-hmm.
and
So,
also for Kill Tony to work for many seasons,
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, you need a population. Nepal,
mm, yeah, half of it is in Dubai. So.
yeah.
Yeah, so one
So
question that Kashyap really wanted to ask you
Mhm.
was your body count. Like,
Uh, uh, would you go crazy if I said 10 and a half?
wow.
wait a second. Was the half one the minor?
A midget, a midget.
No, all of them were minors. 21 minors. That's how we get to 10.5.
Uh, are you a bishop by any chance? Like, apart from comedy, like, do you partake in church activities like in your free time?
Church?
Just because of the yeah, minors, like it's a
I mean, I'm a fan of their culture. I go there out of appreciation rather than belief.
Oh,
I mean, our babas have tried matching their energy, but you know,
wow. They can't match, man. Like,
no, they
yeah,
can't. It's just
yeah. Oh, they can't match the power of holy, whatever.
Or
Holy
uh,
Ghost.
yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. So we are already like 1 hour 30 minutes into the podcast. Nah, any like questions from you, Datta?
uh, where if one person in India wants to find out your material, where can they find them?
I
Better
I
have
mean,
some.
you work on plugs.
the first question is why would you?
You come on.
uh,
But I want really want you guys to like come again to Delhi soon,
yeah, yeah,
or like yes, plan a trip,
we're
man. Like it's been so long.
yeah, we're definitely planning a trip there because first, like I do want to try the mics a lot more because the last time I came there, I didn't know what to expect, so I just like took whatever I could get, right?
Mm-hmm.
This time around, I know what to come with, so
Right.
I'm definitely trying to make that happen, and also I want to really talk to venue owners and see how, because I really want to create a comedy club here as well. So
Mm.
I'm working towards that too. So I'll come and do a bunch of research. So
Yeah, man, please
uh,
open a comic club. I'll move to
yeah,
Nepal
I
then,
would love
like
to have
Kathmandu or
like
somewhere.
more Indian
Yeah.
comics come here.
Yeah,
There's a
wherever there are
good
less comics, I want to go there now. Like immigrant.
there's
Yeah,
a
I want to
good.
create an immigrant comedy problem now, like in Nepal.
Mm, so like in Hindi comedy has like a good audience base in Kathmandu, so there's definitely
Mm-hmm.
a market here. But yeah, to Datta's question, if you want to find me, like you can actually find my material on a YouTube channel called Laugh and Clap. That's where a lot of my material will goes to. And then follow me on Instagram. That's it. And then
Wow.
send me money there if you can.
The Insta handle is Ayush_who.
Right. By the way, like this was so great to have you. And like so like even like in our last episode, Vinayak Pal was there, and like another comic from LA, and he was from LA only, right? Datta.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and like it was so unfiltered, that conversation, like it was a proper comics talks. And I just wanted
That's
to
what I
bring that to yeah, and this was that also, like I really felt like it was a great talking to you, Ayush. Now hope we meet soon. And Datta bhai,
yeah.
Yeah.
great co-host. Let's end it here. Hannah, any closing words from you guys?
Thank you so much for having us. This is great.
It
Like
was
Y-
great
Yeah,
conversation.
please follow Ayush and
yeah,
Datta.
the
Okay,
best thing
guys.
in the
Bye.
world is not even going on stage and telling jokes. It's sitting with comedians after the show and then just saying the most heinous thing. And this was that. And let's do
Yeah.
it again.
Yeah, sure,
Let's do
sure.
it.
Let's do it again. Let's call more comics
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Nepal actually on the next stream. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do
Huge
that,
one.
huh?
All right.
Done, done,
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
ठीक है चलो.
All
Okay,
right.
guys. Bye bye.
See
Good
you, man.
night.
Thank you. Take care, man.